So I'm curious, because love is so important to you and that's like the meaning of life. What is your definition of love?
Love is the surrender of your will, your wishes, your desires for what you believe to be the greater good of someone or something else in its most elemental form. And I struggle to express it fully because, you know, I don't want to put love into the box of, I'm talking about a relationship between two people. Love is much, much broader than that, although it does include that. But it involves a surrender and a laying down of myself. If love is not if love is not immersive and impulsive, if love doesn't hurt, if love doesn't take a piece of me, if love doesn't cost me anything, it is not love. And that holds for us collectively as a species, and it holds for us individually. It holds with pets. Love has to cost you, or it is not love. And you are guaranteed, if you love collectively, a species, a pet, a person, anything that you love, it's going to hurt you either by going away or by not returning your love. But you must extend yourself in order to love. And that's what I think love is. And it's hard for me to extend myself because, like all actors, you know, I'm very neurotic. I'm very focused on what's in here. And it's really hard to get out of here and extend myself. And the work helps.
Pass the collection plates.
That makes me think of every time you're talking about something, I think of some reference in some writer. C.S. Lewis wrote about love is being vulnerable. Like, have you ever read that? It's this long quote on the vulnerability of love in the broader spectrum, not just.
No, but I'm going to now because I love Lewis.
Oh, it's so profound, and yeah, it's just very similar to what you just said, but it's that very thing of if we're not willing to make ourselves vulnerable, then we'll never experience love, you know, in right. Capacity.
That's right. And we hide from each other all the time, don't we? I mean, because, and part of it's, we can't be open to everybody, you know, it's too much. But then again, I think it's very limiting to say, well, I choose only these people in my immediate family that I will be in any way open to, and everyone else, I'm closed. Yeah, and you can tell when you work with other actors whether they're closed or not because you're looking right in their eye under very tight conditions, non-coronavirus proximity. And you're looking right in their eye, and you can immediately see what's in there. And if they're trying to hide at all, the scene, it dies if you're drawing from them. So then you got to go in yourself and complete the emotion yourself. But if they're giving it to you, that's the most beautiful thing. If they're giving you a little of themselves.
Yeah. So, because I believe acting is the ultimate form of empathy. And so can you talk about storytelling and acting as like part of that, like as empathy?
Oh, yes. Oh, absolutely. Yes. From the time that we were telling stories around the campfire, you know, up to whatever technological form is currently in fashion, all we're doing is saying to other human beings, this is a part of the full range of your humanity. You're not isolated. You're not alone. I'll give you an example. When I was a boy, I was a very lonely boy, and I spent my time in libraries. And so I would read books far above my level because I just ripped through the shelves, and the librarians let me. So I was reading, like, I don't know, 4th grade or something. I was reading these Greek poets, and they're writing about love. You know, the Greeks were very feeling people. And so they're writing about heartbreak and love and what it feels like to have your heart broken. Ancient people. And I absorbed all of that. And then when I got old enough to go through what we all go through with, you know, with our first romances and get my little heart broken, I remembered that. And I remembered and I thought, this feels like what I was reading. Therefore, I'm not alone. Other people, thousands of years ago, had felt the same thing that I did. Therefore, I'm okay. And this is normal and it's okay. And so, and I think that's what storytelling does, is it gives people all of the tools they need to look at their humanity and other people's humanity and say, yes, this too is human. We're just telling ourselves stories about us so that we won't feel that anything is exceptional to us or outside of us or impossible for us. Yeah, both dreams and nightmares function that way.
Yeah.